Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Global Perspectives, where we delve into the complexities of international affairs with a focus on clarity and insight. I'm Alvin, your host, and today we confront a pivotal moment in the protracted and perilous conflict between the United States and Iran, a moment that could fundamentally alter the trajectory of this ongoing struggle. The recent downing of a U.S. fighter jet over Iranian territory marks a dramatic escalation in hostilities, one that has sent shockwaves through diplomatic, military, and economic circles worldwide. This incident, the first successful downing of a manned American aircraft by Iranian forces since the conflict intensified, represents not just a tactical loss, but a strategic turning point, compelling us to reevaluate the nature and future of this confrontation. The incident unfolded amidst a high-stakes aerial operation, a reminder of the perilous nature of warfare in an era where technological advancements continually reshape the battlefield. The jet's crash in a remote area of Iran, precipitated by intense anti-aircraft fire, has spurred a hazardous search and rescue mission for its crew. As of now, their fate remains uncertain, adding a deeply human element to a geopolitical crisis. This development underscores the risks faced by personnel engaged in such operations and amplifies the urgency of resolving this conflict with as few casualties as possible. To grasp the implications of this event, it's essential to consider the broader context of U.S. Iran relations. Over the past year, tensions have been fueled by a confluence of issues, primarily centered around Iran's nuclear ambitions and regional proxy engagements. These have been compounded by a series of retaliatory strikes following attacks on American assets. The narrative prior to this incident had been framed by the White House as a final chance to neutralize Iran's military capabilities, hinting at high-level operations aimed at crippling key infrastructure. Now, this narrative faces a critical reassessment. The downing of the jet shatters a long-standing pattern of American air superiority, exposing vulnerabilities in U.S. tactics and reigniting debates over the sustainability of the current military strategy. It raises pressing questions about the intelligence failures that allowed an American aircraft to find itself in such a precarious position. Furthermore, the success of Iran's defense systems, perhaps augmented by foreign alliances, highlights significant advancements in their military technology. This development could prompt a reevaluation of U.S. air operations, possibly leading to a more cautious approach involving no-fly strategies or even ground incursions to recover personnel, each fraught with its own risks and potential for further escalation. Politically, this incident places immense pressure on the U.S. administration to respond in a manner that is both decisive and measured. The challenge lies in navigating the fine line between demonstrating strength and avoiding an all-out war. Domestically, there are calls for restraint alongside demands for retaliation, reflecting the polarized nature of public opinion on military engagement. Internationally, the stakes are just as high. Tensions with Iran's allies could escalate, and the stability of oil supplies through the crucial Strait of Hormuz is now under threat, with potential repercussions for the global economy. Already, we are witnessing fluctuations in energy markets as investors brace for the possibility of disruptions that could push inflation rates higher worldwide. The social ramifications of this incident are equally profound. The potential capture of the crew brings back memories of high-profile hostage crises of the past, which, should they occur, could complicate diplomatic negotiations and test the resilience of international alliances. Such a scenario would undoubtedly galvanize public opinion, either strengthening calls for military withdrawal or fostering a sense of national unity and resolve. As we navigate these turbulent waters, we must consider the long-term implications of this event. It could redefine the war's trajectory in a variety of ways. On one hand, it might prompt a U.S. surge aimed at reasserting military dominance. On the other, it could open doors to mediated ceasefires if diplomatic channels can be effectively re-engaged. The downing underscores the fragility of modern deterrence, where a single technological edge or miscalculation can drastically shift the strategic balance. In closing, as rescue efforts continue under the shadow of potential ambushes, the world watches with bated breath. This moment represents a crucial juncture that may determine whether this conflict spirals further into chaos or finds a path to de-escalation. History will judge how the actors involved respond to this challenge. As always, we will continue to monitor the situation closely, providing analysis and perspective as events unfold. Thank you for joining us on this edition of Global Perspectives. Until next time, stay informed and engaged.